at the preseason basketball that just started a couple days ago. Brooklyn Nets took on the Wizards last night. Russ didn't play, but the big story for us and everyone that's been tuned in is KD and Kyrie. I'll start. I think Kyrie really looked well last night. He moved the floor very well. He's crafty as always. His shot selection was amazing. I think he was 7 for 9 from the field. He had 18 points. He only played 17 minutes. So I think the biggest part for me that I saw in Kyrie last night is his leadership, which I think has been a big part of his game. That's been a flaw. I saw him at the end of every timeout, giving everybody a high five, getting them into the huddle, and just wanting to be that spark for the team that he needs because he didn't do it in Boston. He was too young in Cleveland when he was by himself. And, you know, him like Paul George, he has a lot of excuses too. But Kyrie, he's a different individual. And when I say different, I feel like he thinks on another frequency. If you listen to the podcast with him and KD, where he was chatting it up and talking his stuff about Bron, you just saw that he just wants to be around like-minded people. And him and Kevin Durant are going to build that camaraderie. And you can tell that they both, I think, don't fully feel proven until they do it on their own together, I think. So that's really what I'm looking at in terms of Kyrie.
Okay, I can agree with some of what
Mesha rock with me. You know you see it.
What you're saying. I definitely saw the leadership aspect that you're talking about because that's been my biggest issue with Kyrie. I feel like he thinks he's a leader and he's not.
Yeah.
Honestly.
He's an elite number 2.
Right.
In my opinion.
That's a good way to put it. That's a
elite
great
number 2. But he can't carry the load by himself.
Yes, and I think that's both KD and Kyrie's flaws. Like, they are both great number 2s. I mean, KD, you know, I feel like neither one of them have ever won anything by themselves. Like, they've never really led a team to great heights on their own. They always had to have someone else with them. And honestly, there's a lot of tough teams in the league right now. You got a lot of tough duos, particularly. You got Anthony Davis and LeBron. You got Paul George and Kawhi. You got freaking Murray and Jokic, who's they're not even hitting their full stride yet. Yeah, so I don't know. I think they have a lot of obstacles to get over if they are going to win in a major way, win in a way that matters. And honestly, I think both KD and Kyrie are toxic. You got Twitter fingers.
That's what
I mean, KD, you got Twitter fingers, KD, and you got media strike Kyrie. I don't know.
Do you care about that at all?
No.
It's his future.
Not a good combo to me.
Yo, Troy, she just made two.
Hey, she telling me like it is.
They're toxic.
They are. I mean, you had that conversation. I feel like the way that they go about their media presence or their personal life is a little strange. But hey, who am I to judge? It is what it is. As far as the game goes, the preseason, I like what I saw out of KD. He still looks confident. Didn't look like he really missed a beat getting to the basket. First step was still quick. But for me, looking at Brooklyn, I'm not worried about Kyrie or KD. I think they're going to play well. They're going to produce. I think who's going to be the man down the stretch, it's still going to be a question because we saw that battle with Kyrie when he was with LeBron. We obviously saw his comments and what he just recently said about Bron. So since now he has that much faith in KD to take that last shot, that means that he won't be doing it, if you ask me. But we'll see how that plays out.
I did not like that comment that he made either.
I didn't either.
Why did he say that?
Like,
what? Didn't you say that you didn't leave Cleveland?
Are you the big shot taker for real?
Come on. Didn't you say you didn't leave Cleveland because of Bron and then call Bron?
He's such a
like Kyrie, come on. Situations like that, it's just hard to understand why he's moving the way he is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what you have to realize is you're saying that about somebody who just came off a championship.
Right.
So
what you mean you don't take big shots?
So you now going forward in this season, targets on your big shots.
Take targets
on your back. Don't miss. Actually taking the most big shots, regular season out of any other player. So I'm confused.
Me too.
She's moving her neck like what?
In Brooklyn, they're gonna have to develop the bench. I know they got guys like Spencer Dinwiddie. I know they have Karis LeVert. But that's not going to be enough, especially if you're talking about going up against teams like the Lakers, against teams potentially like the Clippers, and even in the East, Giannis and those guys with the Bucks, Miami's looking good. So, I mean, you got 2-star players, but it takes a little bit more than that. As you can see, teams like the Lakers are really pushing to get their bench going. So I don't know. I think it's going to be good. They're going to play healthy, but I'm a little worried about the team. New coach, Steve Nash. Hopefully his system works.